All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. In this video, Claressa Sheilds snapping on Laila Ali, blaming Laila Ali for ruining boxing if she doesn't come out, take this money, and fight Claressa Sheilds. Bananas. But let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. We live in a really weird time in boxing where anybody that has a name can get in back, is going to be called out to get into a boxing ring. No matter how old they are, no matter how long they've been out of the sport, somebody is going to try to find a way to make a quick buck off their name. So Claressa Sheilds is trying to make a quick buck off of the Ali name and is blaming Claressa Sheilds. I mean, it's blaming Laila Ali if Laila Ali doesn't let her have it. You can't make this stuff up. What does she look like? Calling out a dang near 50-year-old woman. What do you look like? Before I get into the details, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime supporter of the channel, thank you guys so much. And thank you to my guy, Big Mike, that supported in the super thanks. Shout out to everybody else that did. I got to get back to checking and make sure I say thank you in these videos. But let's get into this, man. Okay. This fight sounds excellent on paper. Claressa Sheilds versus Laila Ali. Laila Ali, first of all, Claressa Sheilds is, in my opinion, hands down, without a doubt, the best female fighter in the world right now. She very well may be the best female fighter to ever put on a pair of gloves. I'm telling you the truth about Claressa Sheilds. I ain't going to be on here hating on her about her skill or anything else in this video. The young lady can fight. She deserves a lot of credit for being a two-time Olympian, being a multi-time undisputed champion. Just a terrific, terrific career. Where I split with her is, though, that somehow it's Laila Ali's fault that Claressa Sheilds, doesn't have a lot of competition, because that's just the fact with Claressa Sheilds. Claressa Sheilds is a very, very dominant fighter, and there are very few people that are female fighters that are her size that are going to really drive major paydays for her, right? She doesn't have the Amanda Serrano that can move up a couple weight classes and fight her like she fought Katie Taylor, where they can do their trilogy. That stuff is not available for Claressa Sheilds. She has people like Franchise DeJourn Cruz available to her. Of course, she has Shadeja Green, who just got done beating Savannah Marshall at her disposal. But just not a bunch of names. So she did a little media ploy. I'll call it a ploy because I have a negative thought about it, where she got together and she had a team of people, and the team was, they said, got $15 million for the fight because Claressa Sheilds, Laila Ali some years ago said she would fight her, but it was going to cost $15 million. So several years later, Claressa comes up with the $15 million. I assume she came up with the $15 million, and now she wants to fight. Laila, that I've seen, has not said a lot, right? Now, here's my take. Claressa Sheilds, that ain't Laila's fault. Laila Ali, if she wants to come out at 50 years old and fight, that's not a very realistic thing. First of all, she's been out of the ring for about 20 years. She says she can stay in shape and that she looks good and she's all of that. She can get back in shape. She's strong, all of that. I have no doubt that she's I've seen her in person. That's a big, strong woman for sure. However, she's not an active fighter. And she would have to fight several times before she would be ready to go in there with Claressa Shields. What Claressa Shields is trying to do is get kind of a Jake Paul type of thing going on where Jake Paul fights Mike Tyson, except for in this instance, it's a real fighter in Claressa Shields fighting Laila Ali. These gimmicks are doing a lot of money in the sport of boxing as of late. From the old fight with Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson to the several other big celebrity boxing events. They are going to make money. I have no doubt whatsoever that Laila Ali and Claressa Shields will make a lot of money if those guys decide to fight. But I don't think that is a good thing for Claressa Shields to do as a fighter, because she knows that Claressa Shields, no matter how confident that Laila Ali is, Claressa Shields knows that she is nowhere near in condition to have a fight with her. She should stick to trying to fight the women that she can actually get fights with, because it just looks desperate. It looks desperate. It looks like you don't really believe in the field of fighters that are out there. And, unfortunately, some people just don't have mega fights out there available for them. It's unfortunate. You know what I mean? Very, very unfortunate that there isn't somebody like Laila Ali that could go with Claressa Shields. But I will say that there is somebody that Claressa Shields I still think owes a fight to, and that's the lady, God, man, Delphine Persoon. And there was another lady, I can't remember her name, but she actually was fighting. She fought Claressa Shields, and she dropped Claressa Shields in that fight. I think that they could run that fight back, and rematch that fight. I think they were going to try to run a rematch with that young lady. However, she wound up having tested positive for something before the fight took place, but then wound up getting cleared. But she and Claressa never went back and did it. She should probably go back and fight her. It's an Argentine lady, looks like a black lady, kind of light eyes, braids, very, very, very solid fighter for there. But let's take, for example, though, if Claressa Shields did fight Laila Ali, look, if Laila Ali was Laila Ali, the same Laila Ali when she was fighting Christy Martin and fighting Jackie Frazier lied and those people, the big fights that she did have, because that was something that Laila Ali was able to have. Laila Ali was able to have big fights because they did have Christy Martin there at the time. And Christy Martin would be ready to jump out there and fight anybody. Christy Martin is a promoter now. Excellent promoter. I mean, knows a lot about the sport. Excellent fighter. If she was that Laila Ali, then I would still take Claressa Shields over Laila Ali, because I think Claressa Shields is probably more fundamentally sound than Laila Ali is. However, I will tell you that she would probably have some problems with Laila, because Laila is a lot bigger than she is, and Laila Ali probably hits a lot harder than she does too, because Laila is somebody that was actually, on a regular basis getting knockouts, and that's something that Claressa Shields has not been able to do, even though she did get a knockout at heavyweight. But, competition level sometimes in women boxing gets down to the carnival level, But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.